So, guys, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As ready as we'll ever be, I suspect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, who's gonna do the recap?
I watched the video.
I'll watch the video too.
Seraphin and them are in court, I believe. That's where they ended, was in court. The other party is in dire straits, I believe.
Yes.
And I am with some dude who claims he's invincible if he has his sword.
And Emil and Esmeralda are both dead.
R.I.P.
Ripperoni.
In pieces.
So, who wants to start?
Dun, dun.
Well, if we start with us, we're right into a court battle. So maybe warm up with some action first.
All right. That means that Zuck it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Still standing in a room with a guy, and I now know I'm in Ravenloft, but since not enough time has passed, I still have no idea what I'm doing or where I'm at.
I was listening back to the stream, and basically, you know where you're at, you know what you're doing, but you don't know how you got here. Like the last hour is wiped from your memory, but the rest of it is
Okay.
totally up to you.
That gives me a better understanding. And I know, at this point, then I know I at least came in here because of the portal, right?
Yeah.
Well, the guy who's with me, Kolitz?
Sir Klutz. Sir Klutz Tripopolski.
How much stronger are you now without your sword?
Well, I have to say, I am pretty powerful. I am the one that vanquishes evil. But with my sword, Piddlewick, I am invincible.
There were some women who were guarding the body of the man who had your sword.
Women? Are they in mortal peril? We should go right now! Right now!
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Are you up for a fight?
I have never been up for a fight more than I am now.
All right, follow me then. That's handy. And then I think it was this way.
Okay. He follows you.
They're right here around the corner, I believe. Down the stairs.
Yes, yes. Please, lead the way. But be careful.
I was thinking of you going first.
Well, I can certainly tell you I am up for the task.
Then by all means, you go first.
I sense a great evil coming from this room.
It was pretty scary when I was here a little bit ago.
That it was.
Zuck, you look around. You don't really see the three ladies that were attacking you willy-nilly, as they say. But you see the glowing sword right here, where your newfound friend fell. His body is gone, as is the body of Esmeralda. What do you do?
I just point towards his sword so he can get it himself.
Ah, yes. Piddlewick. And he picks up the sword. The moment he picks it up, like you see his eyes glaze over as he looks at you, and a light emanates from the sword.
You said there was a great evil, that you sensed a great evil in here. Could it be coming from the crypt? Well, the coffin.
Well, it could be, but maybe it is unoccupied at the moment. Do you dare to take a peek?
Do you not?
I have to say I am quite happy with my new lease on life, as they say. But I am bound to you, sir. I do not know your name. What is your name?
My name is Zuck.
Well, Zuck. Can I call you Zuck?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Head, I have to say, it is a great evil that I sense coming from this tomb. But I would open it if you stand by my side.
I have to know what's in there. I'll stand by your side.
Let's do this. And you both walk up to the coffin. And Mr. Klutz reaches his hands towards the coffin and they just fade right through it. I'm sorry, I cannot open this for you. You look corporeal enough. Maybe you can open it.
I try to open it again.
Roll me a strength check.
Nice.
With a dirty 20, you open up the coffin, and what you see inside is a rather lush padded coffin. Burgundy padding greets you as the light of Sir Clutch, holding Piddlewick as a torch, is illuminating the inside of the coffin, but the inside of the coffin is empty. Sir Clutch looks at you and says, I think now is not the right time to find Strahd. Do you not agree?
I agree. What I really need to do is get back to the portal room.
I do not know this room that you speak of, but I am certain that together we can find it. Do you want to hold my sword for a bit?
No, I think you should keep onto your sword.
Are you sure? It is quite interesting. I would not say annoying, but interesting.
Yeah, but you might be better off holding it than me.
That is what she said. Let's go!
I walk this way and ask him if he knows his way around this place at all.
Well, I was here before my entombment, but I did not see a lot.
Do you know how to get out of this?
Well, the screen of my friend, the dungeon master, just froze, so I have no idea what is happening at the moment.
All right.
But
I
I
walk
am
down. Lost.
I am sorry. Please give me a moment to reset the stream.
To reflect on my thoughts.
It will. I'm sure that everybody would not mind if the dungeon master sets up his video for just a few seconds.
But I do mind.
I will go get a drink then.
Mm.
It looks like it's not working at the moment.
Does this mean I actually have to take notes?
Yes. Give me a second. It just reset my whole...
Scene setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, that fucking blows.
It does, doesn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah. Let's see if my video works if I try to press the button.
The
It does
button?
not.
Welcome to Strahd von Zervich streaming tips. What you do is you press the button at the bottom.
I have to remember that I have to press the Logi program before I start to record.
Wait, you too?
Yeah,
That is so fucking annoying.
it is for fucking sure. Because if I do it now, it says like the camera is not available.
Huh?
Because it's not available.
Do you also have like two input devices? You have the Logi capture and the camera itself?
Yep.
Yeah. They did that weird.
So that means that you would not see me, the Dungeon Master, this session.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Which is okay. Zuck it!
No.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see you.
You, well, you can see me,
I can't.
but I would have to restart my PC.
But I want to see you. I mean, we're in the years of
He's got a
SSD.
point.
I
We're
mean-
only like 5 minutes in. I mean,
All right, I'll restart my PC.
Lactic.
Service back up.
Oh, I'm already in.
And me.
Loading in.
Get in, boys.
So, um,
Oh, sounds good. Do I have to restart it because it says I'm still part of the game?
no, you don't have to restart it. Just have to wait for everybody to get into the server.
I'm back up. Walk right.
Okay.
It says connecting for me, so.
Connecting. Please stand by.
Yeah, basically. I'm hearing the nice music in the background.
Joe, are you listening to the My Little Pony theme song or?
Me? Oh,
No,
Joe.
Joe. He was
vibing
like
out over
swaying.
There are worse songs to listen to.
Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. Now it's two of them.
Honestly, I've never seen My Little Pony. No, my sisters were a big fan of them, and I was always somewhere else when they were watching.
Well, you're talking about the 80s My Little Pony.
Yeah. Is there a new one?
Oh yeah.
There has been for years. Like, that's the whole My Little Pony thing.
Can we
There's
just
like-
stop with the nostalgia thing? Because
No.
Yep.
No, but the new one is actually like way more popular than the old one, I think.
I still miss
At-
Wonder
Boost
why.
Boost.
Yeah.
Did you get that
Indeed.
in Belgium? You doing Boost Boost?
No. I
Wie
don't
laat
think
zich
so.
niet koeieneren?
Even.
Boost
Push,
Boost.
push,
Boost
push,
Boost.
push.
No, we didn't
Oh,
get that.
Like, we got some
Rock
weird...
en roll en ook nog de samba danst hij met je mee.
Yeah. And also, coins. What was the ADHD on the island thingy? Like...
Ovide en zijn vrienden.
Ovide en zijn vrienden. Dude, that was fucking...
That was
that
weird
must
as
have made
hell.
some kids crazy. Like... It was like watching a YouTube video on 3 times speed. Like, that was not normal for kids.
I mean,
That was
did you
normal
guys
for the 80s.
did you guys get Tic Tac though?
Yes.
Oh,
Because
Yes.
that's a whole acid trip. That is.
Oh, that is, yes. Tick, tick, tick. Yeah, that was weird television. Like, we had some great experimental weird television in the Netherlands.
yeah, we did. Oh god. We also had some really good shows back in the past.
Also, I read about Alfred Jodocus Kwak.
See,
It,
there you go, one.
It was made in Japan, and they did not have the Dutch voices when they
Really?
animated it. And it was basically published worldwide, and we don't know it.
I have my doubts about that statement.
I think it was available in multiple languages, but it was like made by an anime studio, which I find funny for like the 80s and the 90s.
It was a good show, as far as I remember it.
Yeah. I learned to be a socialist early from that thing.
Yeah.
It was always a very leftist thing as I grew older and thought back about it. Like, they were like going about the heating up of the earth and stuff like back then already.
Yep.
Wow.
They had some really critical things to say about movie and song stars.
And fascism, like
Yeah.
with the
Dear
crow
God.
Yeah, like no, but Luke, you're joking, but there was like literally a crow with a mustache that was
His name
clothed
was
like Hitler.
Dolph,
Who was called Dolph.
Yeah, he was called Dolph. Yeah.
and he wasn't a crow. He was actually a blackbird, but he wanted
Oh,
to be
yeah.
a crow, so he made his beak black.
Yeah. He painted his beak. Yeah, you're right.
I may have watched this show way too often.
Yes.
Alfred, je ook gesproken.
You know, when I was, well, let's see, 2007. So that's 13. So basically, I was like 21 or something. I went when I did the comedy festival thing. Where I participated. I met the voice of the dad of Alfred Hitchcock's Quack, the mole guy, and it fucked me up because I did not realize the guy's face and the voice were matching. So he said just hello, how are you doing? And he threw me back into my childhood. Like I was blanking out right there. Like
Yeah.
Oh, nostalgia.
Wasn't he the writer of the show?
no, that was Herman van Veen.
Yeah, I thought he had a role in the show.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
But
he-
his father was the. He talked a bit like Seraphim. He was a bit like this.
Yeah.
Pieter Pater, lekker in het water, ga maar vast naar huis.
Hij komt een
Hij
druppel
komt een druppel
later.
See, we all know it.
Let's hope they never make a remake of that one.
Water, ga maar vast naar huis.
La
komt
da
een
da
druppel
da 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 da. Zuckert, sort of Klutz, you just opened the coffin and looks like it's empty. What do you do?
Seeing as how it's empty, I remember when I ran from this room, thought I saw a lever somewhere. Pretty sure I saw a lever somewhere.
Not that I know.
I think it was down here. But
Yeah,
I could be
McCain's tank.
mistaken. I just look over and tell Klutz that I need to find a way back to the lower catacomb.
All right, show me the way. Pow. Pow, 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 pow.
That's the problem. I don't know the way.
Have we got any music on Sirens?
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, I'm not hearing anything either.
I had to close it and bring it back up, and I can hear
Do we
it.
need to? Yeah. Okay.
You told me.
Okay. Yep, that works.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Right, Zucker, as you're running, Sir Klutz is right behind you. You see multiple entry points. Where do you go?
I guess we'll try this way first.
All right. What you see is a doorway to your left. It is a very small hallway. And from your vantage point, you can see another hallway to the north. To your west is a doorway.
I keep going up this way.
All right. Sir Klutz is following you. Where do you go?
Out here to the left.
Alright. As you're moving, Sir Klutz says, "Do you know where you're going?"
No, I have no idea. But I'm trying to get back to the lower catacomb.
Well, I'm with you all the way. You see a door to your east. A door to your west and a door to your south. Where do you go?
I go to the one in the east or the west.
Alright. Do you open it?
Yep.
You open this doorway and a skeleton wrapped in bits of fur lies atop a marble slab in the center of this crypt. The walls and ceiling are covered with plaster painted to make the crypt seem as it stands in evergreen forests, surrounded by snow. The plaster has peeled and fallen away in many places, shattering the illusion. What do you see, Zuck?
It's a skeleton with some fur.
Skeleton with some fur. Okay. What about the door to the east? It has engraving on it.
I'll go take a look at that one.
As you look at the door, it says Stefan Gregorovich, first counselor to King Barov Vronzarovich.
Did you know this man, Klutz?
I think he was one of the people that followed the king, the dead king, on his way to the castle.
On his way to the castle. It was a great march to the castle, wasn't it?
Well, a lot of people followed the dead king and the dead queen towards the castle. But the queen, she went before the king, and then the king followed the queen and also died on the road as the queen did. They both had a procession of people following them. Though what happened after, I do not know, because I also fell on the way to this castle.
Would that be the same people whose spirits still travel here?
That I do not know.
I remember not long ago, we were in Barovia.
I think we still are.
We seen a giant army of spirits marching towards the castle.
Well, if you saw a great procession of spirits, maybe these spirits are restless.
Let's see if they'll follow their new king. I open his crypt door.
You open the crypt and you see a skeleton draped in rags lies atop a marble slab in the center of the crypt. Most of the bones appear dusty and neglected, but the skull appears well polished.
I reach out and touch the skull.
Oh, who's there?
I am King Zuck.
Are you now? Well, my king, how can I serve you?
I need to get back to the catacombs.
But you are in the catacombs at the moment.
Yes, but I need a specific room. One with a great fire brazier in the middle of it.
You should go east. East is the way you should go. You have 3 more questions.
There was a woman and a man in a room not far from here that I ran from. Do you, not by chance, happen to know where they went?
I think they went east. You have 2 more questions.
Can I take your skull with me?
You can, and I will be in great servitude to you for all eternity.
And I pick up the skull
All right.
and I start heading east.
The moment you pick up the skull and you leave this room, the skull turns silent. Zuck.
Yep.
Do you have dark vision?
No, but my friend here does.
Your friend has
I'll follow him.
a sword that sheds light in a 15-foot radius. He follows you, and you see in the dim light a door here.
Well, the man did say head east, so we will head in that direction.
All right. As you're running, Sir Klutz is following you. What do you do?
Thinking that I'm still gonna continue east. I'm gonna look at that door and see if there's anything like any.
As you look at the door, it says Sigvalau. He spurned wealth for the knowledge he could have taken to heaven.
I open up that one too.
All right. A skeleton draped in rags lies atop a marble slab in the center of the crypt. Again, most of the bones appear dusty and neglected, but the skull is well polished.
Thinking back to the other man just a few minutes ago, I reach out and touch his skull as well.
Oh! Seek, and your answer might be true. What can I do for you?
No pressure.
No pressure. But still, if this is the truth you seek, the other one might seem ill.
Hmm. I just asked him if I could take him with me too. I don't do riddles.
If you want to know the truth, my skull must remain aloof.
But the truth of what?
The truth about your life, your death, and everything else. You have 4 more questions.
Am I to be king then?
That depends. If the Count has been eradicated, there is a path for King to be emancipated. 3 more questions.
How can I find the path to be emancipated?
You must kill the Count in his resting place. After you've done this, the one that is adorning the tapestries would be your face. 2 more questions.
Where's his real crypt? His resting place?
His resting place is to the south, but do not fret. It is not every night the Count goes to bed. 1 more question.
Do you know which night that he does go to bed?
I think the answer you seek is particular to when we once again speak. No more questions! The skull, like, as it says no more questions, the skull looks as dull as the other bones.
I take that skull with me as well.
Alright.
And then I continue heading.
Alright, I'll mask what you see. And you see another door to your southeast. You see a corner, and from your vantage point you see another room to the north, a door to the southeast, and a door to the north. No, a passageway to the northeast. What do you do?
Go up this way.
All right. Sir Tripolsky follows you. You see a door to the north, a door to the southeast, a door to the southwest, and a door to the most indubitably southwest. 1. Two.
By looking at the room, can I see that the ones north of me? Can I see that they're all laid out in this crypt pattern?
Well, you can tell that every one of these doorways leads to a little square crypt.
I'll try to go up here.
As you go there, you see. God damn it. You see. As Mr. Piddlewick follows you, a doorway that you pass, and as you pass it, you look to the east and you see a double stairway moving a bit up. What do you do?
Thinking in my head, down's got to be good. So I'll just go down.
Wide steps ascend into a landing flanked by 2 alcoves. Within each alcove is, what you can tell, a full 30-foot high statue of a warrior hand brandishing a spear. A soft blue curtain of light flows between the 2 alcoves. Dimly visible on the other side of the curtain are 2 more stairs that you apparently ascend. The tomb in front of you rests in hushed silence. Tall stained glass windows dominate the eastern walls, allowing dim light to fall into 2 coffins resting atop white marble slabs. What do you do?
I leave these ones alone because whoever they are, they were very important.
All right.
I just walk back up.
You walk back. Our good friend follows you. Where do you go?
Up here. Up north.
He follows you, and you see who?
So many crypts, but
you see another doorway to the north. You see another hallway heading north, and you see another doorway to the northeast.
Head over this. Just beyond the door.
The door inscription reads Elsa Fallona van Twitterberg, beloved actor in parentheses. She had many followers.
Boo.
Some weird stuff here, Clove. I go this way.
You go this way, and Sir Clutch follows you. What you see is another door to your northeast, but you also see a door to the southwest. Which one or which way?
It's so hard.
There you go.
It's like a rat maze.
While you think about this,
Mm-hmm.
Seraphim, Trish,
Yes.
Yes.
It's-
Can I do a thing, DM?
depends on what the thing is.
Just to set the scene. So I imagine, like, if I look at this like a movie, we start out outside of the building, and then the camera goes to the door, but it goes through the door, like it's cut right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the middle of the aisle, you see Seraphim and Trish next to each other, and as the camera is going closer, like in the back of your head, you hear this voice.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
There you go. And as you can see in my video, my title is up as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you did this because I did the dun dun.
Shit, did I steal your thunder right there? I'm sorry.
Just a tad. I had a whole speech, but that's okay.
Shit.
All right.
So that's where we at. Like,
You are sitting in front of a table. Around you, you see 3 elven. But you can tell with your magic sense are for sure magic users. 2 guys, 1 gal.
didn't we meet them?
Some of you did, some of you didn't.
Okay.
In the chair in the middle north of the room is Lady Wachter. She looks at you and says, "The trial for Trish begins. What is your primary response?"
May I? Do you want me to do the talking, or do you have something to say yourself?
Oh, firstly, you say the trial begins, but firstly, I want to know what am I being charged with?
That was what I was gonna ask as well. Very well. Good, good.
The charge is manslaughter of the first degree, but if that does not suffice for you, I have more if you need them. You killed the former burgomaster in cold blood. You made a public brawling and disruption of the common peace. Also, you enticed major injury to a citizen of Lucky, multiple citizens of Lucky. How do you plead?
I message Seraphim, and I'm asking like, do you know what she means about enticing injury to multiple citizens? Should we ask what she means by that?
I'll message back. Sure. I'll try to get to it. Acting Baroness Fiona Wachter. That is your title, isn't it?
Indeed.
If I may ask, under what circumstances did you accrue those privileges as acting Baroness?
I'm glad you asked. With the untimely death of the burgomaster, the late burgomaster, by hand of your companion there.
Supposedly, yes.
Sure.
Allegedly.
Sure. The next in line in succession would be his son, Victor. But he has not been seen in quite some time. Following the path, the next member of the... Forget me, Seraphim. Please, forgive me, but I'm drawing a blank on the word here. The line of succession, if all of the king's men are dead, what would that be called?
Depends on the circumstances. Under certain circumstances, it could devolve into a republic, change meaningful ways of succession all along. One could also call a meaningful change of succession a revolution. I think you'd pick and choose whatever you'd call it.
Well, it was kind of a revolution. There was chaos in the streets after Trish allegedly killed the burgomaster and his right-hand man. Like I said, naturally his son, Victor, would be the successor, but there is no noble blood left. That means that the next in line would be another noble family. There were two noble families in Valaki. One was the Valakovich, one was the Wachters. Well, As it happens, I am the matriarch of the sole surviving noble family. As such, I took it upon myself. I took it upon myself to not usurp the power, but to, in a way, make the transition smooth.
And in that sense, also legitimize anything that happens today, correct?
Yes. Indeed.
Well, my first question then would be if these laws get their authority from this new regime, then how do they apply to a time that authority was not yet there? In other words, if a law is made, one cannot apply it to history, really.
Well, my good friend, Seraphim, there are some cardinal laws that are in place even if there is no government. One of them is manslaughter or murder, which cannot go unpunished. Would you not agree?
Well, to that I agree, but I also read in those same laws that any hostility or danger being put towards a new dawn is also punishable. And one could also say that if Trish were responsible for that change, she upheld the law by any means.
Well, you say this, but there are seditious crimes and greater crimes. Would you not agree that a greater crime supersedes a seditious crime?
Well, to that, I would have to say that that would mean that Trish would have to be solely responsible for that crime. But we believe she is not.
Oh, wow. Damnation by your own mouth, as you have seen in our ruling. Any who comfort or provide aid to a criminal shall take upon themselves a similar sentence to the criminal they have aided. Any who assist a criminal to escape justice shall be publicly hanged upon the gallows. And if I recall, the guards tried to arrest you before you walked into this card room by your own volition. And what did you do, Mr. Seraphim? What did you do to avoid the rule of law?
I have to say I did nothing but speak to those guards, and it was a chaotic situation, but as I tried to help them and bring them back to you so they could be helped, they did not comply with that. They just went about their day. I'm not sure if I have done anything criminal, if I did by helping them and them declining it. But if you do think that helping and aiding a criminal should be punished, and that that is the reason why Trish is here, then I would like to ask you and the people of Alaki, why did you invite us for dinner after the alleged killing by Trish? Were you hoping to aid us, feed us, help us? At multiple occasions you have helped us. So I do not understand why at one moment you consider us a friend, and now an enemy. And I think the people of Valaki would be very curious about that.
And you hear the guards in the room. And as she looks at you, Lady Fiona Wachter says, "You're mistaken, my good friend, Seraphim. The invitation to dinner was before the alleged manslaughter. You have, in cold blood, killed multiple guards. If we look back far enough, we could also pin the murder of the late Isaac on you or one of your companions. But we have it on good authority that the Lady Trish single-handedly and with one arrow to the heart killed the former burgomaster. But you do not have to take my word for it. We have a witness. Guards! Open the door. And the guards to the east open the door. And in steps a familiar face who bows to Lady Wachter and winks at you, Seraphim. It is Vasily von Holtz. Pum pum pum!
Right?
Killian,
Hello.
you're standing in a rather decrepit dining hall. To the north of you stands Bjorn, to the south west Bax. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna look at the big man and go, I don't know about you, Bax, but I feel like we should get the fuck out of this place.
Maybe we should have a look at the body on the floor first.
You do that, I'll look for a way out. I'm gonna walk up to Bjorn.
I found the scroll if you still need it.
I snatched the scroll out of his hand. Put it in. Thank you, Bard.
What happened? This time.
Well, you just stood in the doorway while we fought a lovely spectral being thing in this place. But let's
No.
not talk about that. No.
You shouted at me to get a scroll, so I was looking through the bookcases to get a scroll. I didn't know why you needed the scroll, because nobody decided to explain that to me, but here's the scroll. A little thank you would be welcome.
Scroll of augury. Alright, can I look through this window?
It's not a window.
Oh, what is it?
It is a door.
Oh god. Is there a window about? Is that a window at the bottom?
No. Bax, the moment you fell this ghostly apparition, it just evaporates in thin air.
Is there anything left on the ground?
Bit of ectoplasm.
Then I will go and walk up Killian and see what he's looking at down the doorway. I show him there's figurine I took in the cape. That wasn't on the cape, was it? It was on the floor.
It was on the floor, and roll me a perception check.
Who, me?
Both of you. Or either one of you with advantage.
Well, I was
I
going to
got-
say, can I do a history check on the figurine?
Sure.
Excellent.
You also want to do a perception check because I must go out. God, that's mean to carry on.
It looks like Strahd. The Strahd you know and ultimately love. But it looks like a younger version. And the face is not fully the same.
I pass it to Killian so he can hold it. I don't play with such toys.
Killian,
I
give
do.
me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck off. Can I chuck it on the floor?
You have a +4. You have a +4 because you're next to me or protection. So it would make it 11.
Well,
Say it was a DC 10.
well, it wasn't anything. It's just a figurine.
Oh.
You're standing in front of a door. A door delicately engraved from steel stands in front of you. What do you do?
Is there anything written on the door?
No, but you see the engraving of swarms of bats descending upon a tower.
What do you think? Do you think we should have a look around for a way out? Or should we keep looking in this library that you were so desperate to get here to look at?
Well, let's just say that I'm quite exhausted at the moment. I'm low on health and I haven't really got many spells prepared. In fact, it'd be in my best interest to get the fuck out of this place. But
Yeah.
I just feel like this place is a maze.
Kinda second that.
But surely you should have thought about that before throwing and bringing yourself here.
Look, I got scared. Strahd just turned up. But then again, it doesn't look like he's been in this room for hundreds of years, so it'd be the perfect place for a long rest.
Surely the smartest place for a long rest would be in the other room.
Yes, nice cozy fire, books, couches
And
to sit on.
Plus,
Yeah,
we'll
well,
know if
that
anyone
looks-
pops up, if anyone comes through the portal.
That's what I'm saying, that no one's been in this room for years. This would be the more perfect place to hide.
The room that
Not
we were
in the
just
room that
attacked
he-
in by a spiritual being.
Yeah, he's gone.
How do you know he's gone? He might come
I
back.
don't know, I'll take a spiritual being over Strahd.
I don't know, I think Strahd might be able to be reasoned with. He didn't seem to attack us when we jumped to the portal.
It's because he left before us.
Yeah, but he didn't attack us. He was disguised as that woman, and how the hell did he even do that?
Because he's toying with us.
No, I don't think he is. It seems a bit odd to need our help to get to a certain location while pushing buttons and then suddenly let us throw in a thing in the fire so that he can go there. It's a bit weird.
I'm not sure if we were watching the same thing, Bjorn, but he threw his own stone in.
Right.
I'm not sure. I don't think he needed our help. I think Killian might be right. I think he's just playing with us.
I doubt it. Sorry, he seemed a bit desperate. But he can also act. I don't know. I've never met the man before.
Let's just say it's not his first incarnation of disguising himself.
Yeah, you mentioned something like that before. We should really start talking about these things.
I just want to crack the door open and just have a look through just to see what's on the other side.
You crack the door open and The door seems to... As you open it, the door seems to shine with a light upon its own, untouched by itself, untouched by time. Flanking the door in an alcove is a figurine of a dark, vaguely man-shaped figure.
Can we tell who it is?
You probably could.
This man-shaped figure.
Looks like a knight. Do you open the door further?
Yes. Intrigued, but only slightly further.
Right, to the west side, east side, you see another door. You jump on the table.
I didn't
Yeah.
agree with it. It's the downside to having one screen. It's really annoying. I jump
Max,
back
what
down
the hell
off.
are you doing?
I jump back down off the table.
River dance.
Performance check. I kind of have a look at the statue.
You clip through the wall.
Sorry, I had no clip on. You know me and cheating. I can't help it.
And as you do, you see another figurine on the other alcove that looks exactly the same.
I'm round the corner, right? Bjorn can't see me.
Bjorn can't see you. Now he
I-
can. I want you to, all three of you, roll for initiative.
See,
Yay.
you should have waited. I was going to throw a coin on the floor and ask Bjorn to go and get it and walk past the statues.
Well, I was going to say this room looks like the shape of a penis.
As you guys
yeah.
enter the room, you see swarms of bats
It's funny.
emanating from the statues. And first up is Zuck, who is not there. It's not there.
I'm here.
Bax.
Do the bats look like they've noticed us? Like, are they coming at us?
Yeah.
I shout to Killian to get out, and I wait here until he passes. Can I hold an action to move?
Sure.
I don't know
You
how
can
that
move your
works.
turn order, can't you? You can hold your turn until a certain point, and then you turn there in the...
I don't know. Can I do that?
Sure.
Can I take my go after Killian? So I'll wait for him to move out, and then I'll follow out behind him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just hold my go then. And wait
You will
to do
hold your go. All right.
until he has his turn.
That means that swarm number 23, the one right in front of you, is gunning to attack you with a +2 to hit. Misses. Swarm 28 moves a bit to the front, also tries to attack you. Natural fucking 20. And it is enraged
Oh boy.
Going to die.
for
I-
1d4 rounds, which is 2 rounds.
Wounds.
I have 22 hit points.
Oh boy.
It is enraged. Which means it does. Okay. A lot
my
of
God.
fucking damage.
Bro, that's some high rolls. Though.
21 damage. And that's its
Wow.
turn. And Swarm numero 9 moves up to Killian. Tries to attack. Misses. Killian, what do you do?
Well, first I'm going to do a Radiance of the Dawn, crash Sirenscape. Actually, should I do it one at a time to see if it does crash it just for the noise? Or...
Sure.
Did it crash?
Not yet.
It does at the end if it does.
Let's just do a... He failed as well.
They have a -1 constitution.
He failed.
They're all gonna fail, aren't they?
They all fail.
Unless they roll
That's
like a
some shitty
17 or
rolls.
something. Awesome.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to use my last spell slot. A healing word on Bax. Shit, Bax, get the fuck out of there.
I'm just shouting that to you.
Yeah. Come
Get
on.
out! Get
let's
out! Get out! Where are you going? You... Oh, for Christ's sake.
Keep
Bye.
pushing forward.
All right.
Can I push through the door?
I've
Yeah,
had my
sure,
turn
but
until he's had his,
It
right?
gets a attack of opportunity.
Oh shit.
Misses.
Yeah, it only works on melee attacks, right, Luke?
Yes. There, that'll be my turn.
Can I do my thing now?
Sure.
I disengage and go back out this door while closing it behind me like a sane person. You know, into
And-
the room we know is safe.
And you have 3 inspirations. If I could give you 4, I would.
No, Jesus Christ! By Killian, I shut the door, and while shouting "survive,"
Survive, motherfucker.
and that is my turn.
Bjorn, what do you do?
I'm just helping hold the door closed, hope that there's nothing crawling underneath it or sideways or anything. That's basically it.
All right. That means that next up is swarm number 22.
Attack the door.
that's a
attack
lot
the
of
door.
swarms.
Attack the door.
Moves up to Killian. Attacks. Ooh, 19, baby.
Don't die,
Right.
Killian. Don't die
Um,
on me.
that means that next up is Bax.
I ask Bjorn if he can heal me, and I continue just to hold the door.
All right. Swarm number 23 is moving up to Killian. Tries to attack. Natural 1. And it is blinded.
Eye gauge.
Uh,
Did I just
for
eye gauge a rat?
1 round. This swarm moves up to Killian and screams, apparently. Misses. Which means that next up is swarm number 9.
I think
They
it's
really-
bullshit how all these can just swarm together. But then again, it is a swarm. so-
It's a sword.
It's a swarm.
It's kinda in the name, Luke.
Now you
Sure.
should see my screen. He's literally put them on each corner of
Look,
one square.
Look, it's
Yeah.
Johnson's. It does what it says on the tin.
Yes.
I think
So-
even officially, Luke, swarms can overlap
Yeah.
mechanically.
For sure.
Yeah, they can, right? Yeah.
Yep. Killian,
Stop helping him.
what do you do?
Well, this calls for another radiance at the door.
They all fail. Sirenscape crashes.
1.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yep.
There
You
we
succeed.
Nope, crashed.
Yep.
Luke, I don't
Hey,
mind
nice,
restarting Sirenscape for Radiance of the Dawn. It's kind of awesome. You crash it.
Wow, it's really
so
crashing.
powerful.
Yeah, it's just close.
Tink,
I mean.
tink, 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 and
Oh yeah,
there
it
we go.
closes it completely. It shuts down.
Yeah.
Okay then, and as my bonus action, I'm going to do a right-hand hook to a bunch of swarm of rats. Yeah. And hit him. He resists it, but I run through the door. So I only get an opportunity attack off the other one.
Right, opening the door is an action.
Damn it.
I'm so hoping there's nothing behind that door.
I run to the side of the door.
I love how you're right backwards and forwards up the road. I can just imagine
No,
back
I'm
your
just going
hair
to stay
and shit.
here. That'll do.
I was just gonna say, are you really running?
What's behind the door? It's gonna
Bjorn,
be
what do you
a
do?
manticore.
I look at Bax next to me and go, shall we see if it's safe yet?
Fucking heal me, you bastard! Jesus
That's
Christ,
Bax.
you're a shit bard. Come on, heal me.
How? I have no magic left. I can play a song for you. I light a torch and crack the door on a tiny little gap and look inside. Waving the torch in front of me for any rats that try to come close.
It's Luke. No face. Oh my god.
Wow.
Disgusting.
That's gonna give me nightmares.
Bjorn, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Oh,
Was one a yes? Oh, it's my turn again. Oh no.
Bax, it's your turn. What do you do?
I just charge to the door towards my friend and try and help him.
No, I've got this.
I'll attempt to attack and inevitably miss number 2, whichever one I'm targeting. Number 9.
That hits.
Hit.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What do I do? What do I do? I've never hit before.
Smoke some rats.
I smite them.
Oh, fucking smite them.
Oh yes.
And then I use my other attack
Wow.
to attack the other one, which I've never rolled for damage before. Have I?
These are not Pathfinder swarms.
Oh, I
You
forgot.
have...
Oh my god! Right, I got a critical, right?
Yes.
Hang on. I'm gonna smite it. Just to see how much damage I do.
Damn,
shit,
boy.
43, baby.
All right.
Wow.
Let's have
Wow, these are the rats.
a short break.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, Strahd just showed up, guys.
Yeah. So he's like in 2 places at once then?
Where'd Sean show up at?
Well, Vasily is
At
here
the-
all
at
of a
the-
sudden at court.
Yeah, at the court.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just at the room with the fire with the portal thing.
Do you still have the mirror?
Ooh.
Because if it is
Good
truly
point.
is Strahd, you can point the
Good
mirror at him and
point.
expose it in front of everybody in the courtroom.
Yeah, if he does not expose himself, I assume he winked at me, so I'm like, what is going on?
Well,
Yeah.
he called him as a witness to your guys' trial, so
Yeah.
it's a witness to Jeroen's crime, and I'm sure he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I totally saw him do it."
Yeah, but
Yeah,
still,
I mean,
like, on the other hand,
Because why else would Strahd need to hide? Because he still comes there and picks up girls from Lady Wachter.
yeah, but the thing is, Vasily was probably a witness. So if he turns it all 180 right now, she has nothing.
That could be, It could correlate to the guards. You know, the guards were
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was thinking.
this Dark Lord, you know, it's the Dark Lord, blah blah blah. He's coming to get us or something, or coming after us or something. So
Well, they
obviously,
were like, "Fuck
something
him."
happened. Yeah. So maybe this is his way. Maybe he'll actually help you guys and get Lady Walker to
Yeah.
not position no more. But in reality, he could just walk in and say that. You know what I mean? He has the
Yeah.
power to do that. But maybe he just wants to fuck with her too.
Dude, he's playing with his food. We know this.
Right? Exactly.
He really is.
That's what it is. I wish I knew which way to go to get back. I'm trying to find a way back. I know it's so hard.
Here's
I'm in
maybe
a-
a crazy thought, but why not just
Trish,
greet him
Jeroen.
with
Wait. I need
Hello.
to. I need to ask this before he comes back. Trish, I can turn us invisible. Both, and then get the fuck out of here. But you need to explicitly hide after you turn invisible, so you cannot be dispelled by magic.
Okay. Well, if it comes to that, but we'll see. We'll see if that's needed.
Well,
Because
I hope
I can
it's
Because
just-
I don't know if we'll be able to get actually out of the room if we're invisible. Because the door is closed. At the very minimum, we'll need to open the door, and I think
Yeah, but it's
there's
an
like-
hour. You can throw a fucking stone through there and just fucking jump.
Well,
Like
so
you have an hour in invisibility then.
So you just want to like hide in the courtroom for like 45 minutes until they freak out
I don't give a shit.
and just like eventually leave.
Yeah, well, I can Misty Step out of here, but I cannot take you with me.
So
And-
wait.
I mean, I
hold
can
on.
jump through the window.
Yeah.
That was
The person-
already my plan B. Just jump through the window and then climb the fence.
Yeah, but
Like I've
like
done,
if
I've done it before, I can do it again.
I
you didn't
cannot-
find the fence before though, did you? Didn't you find a path through?
No, I climbed over. I
didn't you go-
think.
Didn't you go under it? I'm sure there's.
No,
yeah, that's
no,
on the east
no.
side. There's the tunnel to the prison.
No. But
basically.
there was a moment when I kind of like dodged like behind the guard's back and then climbed over a fence.
So the person that just entered the courtroom is Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
Strahd.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
So and you lot
we
know that
reckon-
he's Strahd,
yes.
your
Yes.
characters. Why not greet him with my hello there, Lord Strahd? See what that does.
Well, maybe whatever he's trying to do is by the fact that he is not recognized. He's back. You're muted.
That's
Corey.
worrisome.
Shh, he's back. Shh. Shh. He's back.
Okay, we have a plan.
All right. Well, I hope your plan involves Zuck because we have to wait for Luke to be back. Is everybody back?
He's here.
I'm here.
Zuck! Apparently my cat thinks
Joe, I
her
only see
name
your
is
mustache
Zuck
moving, but I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm still stuck here, and I'm just gonna quite literally try and find a way out. Like I said, east, but I went east, and the only thing I found was those big tombs, which I'm assuming from the story from the other guy was maybe like the old king and queen, just because of where they were placed. And everybody, well, so far, two of the people that I have talked to, which one being Klutz himself, and then the other guy, I can only assume that these are all members, or at least some had some relationship with the old king and queen of this place. But I just want to get out of here. I go up this way.
All right. Your funeral, dude. Sir Klutz follows you and he takes a step in front of you. His light shines further than your puny human eyes can see. You see a door to the north. What do you do?
Go up and read the. I'm assuming there's an inscription on most of these, not all of them, right?
As you step towards the door, you can read the inscription. Prince Ariel du Plumette. Ariel the Heavy, in parentheses. What do you do?
And I look at Klutz and be like, oh, a prince. And I open the crypt.
It's pretty fun, though. The appearance of a large, rotund man forms within the dark crypt, its eyes wild with insanity. Large, artificial wings unfold from his back. Roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Had to happen eventually, huh?
Good luck, Joe.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Nope. Not backs, not elite guard number 7. Suck it, what do you do?
I step over this way just to allow more room for the fighting, and it tells
Let them fight.
right? I tell Klutz to fight him if he comes out.
Alright.
And
Well, funny you should say, because the guy runs up to Sir Klutz and uses its attack. Hits. And does... Oh my god. Really? 46 damage. And Sir Clutch takes none of it.
Nice.
Sir Clutch, on his end, uses its longsword and misses. But on the upswing, he tries to attack once more, but also misses. Which means that next up is our good friend, Zucket. What do you do?
let's see. What do I still have wheelhouse? Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I use Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet on him.
Yeah.
Just takes effect. When he falls, he becomes part of, like, he becomes under my control.
Oh, wow.
But it only happens like after he dies, and it returns to death after attacking the creature that I tell it to attack.
All right. Zucket, as you look around, you see a large door to your north. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I can't
Right.
believe it.
The ghost uses its horrifying visage at Sir Klutz. He fails. But he just shrugs it off. And next up is his turn, and he uses his sword. And you can tell that the ghost is looking very confused. On the upswing, it attacks again. Fails miserably once more. Which means that next up, once again, is Zuck. What do you do?
I move up and attack the ghost with my greatsword. And then I hit him again.
Hits.
And that's
Right, the ghost, seeing as all his attacks are pretty much not working, it tries to do something else. And again, it tries something on Sir Clutch and not working. Sir Clutch, on his end, sees this and says, "No! Evil will not falter. Good will not falter, and evil will stumble and perish." Uses a attack. Tries one more time to attack on the upswing. Again. An 18. He did exactly the same attack twice.
literally the hit and the cast.
Yep. Zuck, what do you do?
Try to finish this ghost off with another attack from my greatsword.
That hits. Ooh.
Then I hit him again.
Ooh, that misses.
Yep, I missed. And as my bonus action, I'll turn on my Crimson Right.
Alright. Seeing as all its attack do nothing against Sir Clutch, it tries its withering touch against Zucked. Hits. And does 14 damage. Sir Clutch on his end tries to attack once more. Misses again. But on the upswing, he hits and does 8 force damage, which means that, at least for now, Zuckett survives. Seraphim,
Always the same story.
Trish, you see Vasily von Holtz enter the courtroom swaggering. He's like,
Boom, wow, wow.
boom chicka wow wow. And he sits right here. What do you do?
Well, I expect Lady Wachter to say something, bringing in her witness.
My good friend Vasily. Thank you for taking the time in your busy schedule to see that justice is done on this most fateful day. Would you please elaborate what you have told me in front of the court? Yes, I have seen the so-called innocent victim of the matriarchy to be the one that shot the arrow that killed our former burgermaster. I have to say, it was a hectic moment, but I clearly saw it. I also saw that her lawyer did some helping and some attacking of his own, in line with the new laws of Valaki. One could say that he aided and abetted the accused. Over to you, Lady Wachter. And he sits back, looks at you, Seraphim, and just winks and does the finger gun like.
Like, is it obvious that he's trying to communicate that he's Strahd, or like what is it? What is happening?
Roll me an insight check.
Sure. 21.
You can tell that he is in his Vasily von Holtz disguise, and he's just messing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one more thing, Lady Wachter, about what you said earlier. You said that we attacked those guards. Is that correct?
Why, yes.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to repeat that we simply did not attack them. Actually, we helped them get back up and sent them on their way. But they also said, when we declared that we are employees, workers of Lord Strahd, they said that they don't care anything for him. And I'm putting it lightly here. There was some cursing and bad language involved. Should we have attacked and arrested them, to your opinion?
Well, the new laws. No. They are not on trial here. You guys are.
I'm not putting them on trial. I'm merely asking for the opinion of the authoritative figure I have available to me. For one, I was not being made aware of these laws, so I'd like to interpret them well, and I think you being the most authoritative figure upholding these laws, you might give me the answers I need.
My good friend, Seraphim. Moide is punishable by death almost anywhere. A hanging is what I am aiming for in this court case, but if you could make it, if you could make the case that that she is innocent, I would accept it.
Well, the case that I'm trying to make right now is that I find myself in a very confusing situation where I'm being called a criminal because we attacked somehow these guards. But as we are employees of Lord Strahd, we told them, and they replied that they do not care for any authority of Lord Strahd or any relationship to him. Is that something the new law also looks out for? Because what I've read so far, I interpret differently. I interpret the fealty of this village to Lord Strahd. Am I mistaken? Would be an easy answer, really.
If you have proof of your servitude to our Lord Count Strahd von Zarvich, that would alter the deal.
Say that again, please?
If you would have proof to your servitude for, or to Lord Count Strahd von Zarvich, that would alter the outcome of this trial. Most definitely. But do you now?
Wish, didn't we have a letter from Strahd?
Yes, we had a letter. I am just trying to remember who was carrying that letter. Might have been Killian who was carrying that letter.
Yeah. Well, Lady Wachter, I do not have as much as proof as much I had a question and you still have not answered it.
Please, ask me again.
When confronted by these guards, saying that we work for Lord Strahd, there was said to me that this town does not care anymore for him. Could you erase this confusion right here and now? That this town still provides fealty to Lord Strahd? Or am I mistaken?
We, for sure, provide fealty to Lord Strahd, Count von Zarvich. A ruler, just ruler, and most noble ruler.
Does she look at Vasily when she says that?
No.
Okay, so she doesn't know, probably. In that case, I'd like to either ask for Lord Strahd as our witness, but I might find that a bit hefty to the need of this court to call in the lord of these lands.
To call up on the Count Strahd von Zarvich would be a most heinous and deplorable action, seeing as he is a man of rather limited time.
Well, in that case, actually, now that I think of it, the honorable gentleman Vasily right here knows that we work for him. He could, just as well as he is a witness to your cause, be one to ours. Please, Sir Vasily, explain to them, if you may.
Well, I have to say they are, as far as I know, as what they told me, indeed, Lady Wachter, you have called upon me to take a stand about the moide of the Baron. But maybe, and I say this with a heavy heart, maybe the moider of the Baron was self-defense? What say you, Seraphim?
Well, in any case, the situation was hectic. And I saw a many man in red robes take profit of the situation, even beyond any action from our side. I cannot look into Trish's head. I can only attest to whatever can be proven against her, and proof I have not seen yet of any sedition or traitorship. So yes, I agree, Vasily. One could consider self-defense, with any reason.
Lady Wachter perks up and says, "Ah, yes, proof. Trish, would you please present to the court your quiver of arrows?"
Might I ask for what reason I am to present this quiver?
And on the table next to her, she picks up an arrow, and you can clearly tell that it has blood on its arrow point. And she looks
Objection, those can be bought anywhere. Those are not specific or individual to Trish. I do not see how this proves anything.
Well, my good friend Seraphim, this is a rather peculiar arrow. It is not one that we make in these lands of Barovia. As you can see, the feathers are of a most peculiar color. The wood is of a wood we do not have in Barovia.
Sure.
If your client is innocent, she would not, by any means, dilly-dally of presenting her arrow quiver to the guard in front of her.
Lady Wachter, if anything, this only proves that she could have owned one of those arrows. If she would have shot a bear, a wolf, a sheep with it, and left the arrow behind, someone could take it and use it. There's nothing that indiscriminately ties her to that arrow.
That may be. But I personally took this arrow from the body of the late Burgomaster, and my jury, Legalai, Ivalsi, and Ilmir, can verify this. So, Trish, please present your quiver.
I go to take my quiver, and as I do this, I'm sending a message to Seraphim. Like, very quickly, should I cast minor illusion on this and make it appear like different set of arrows?
I message back that the magic user in the corner there can probably look through that, and it would look very suspicious.
Yeah, that's what I messaged back. That's what I was thinking, and I just had the quiver without costing anything.
All right, the guard number 16, remember his name, picks up the quiver and hands it to Lady Fiona Wachter. She takes it in her hands, looks at it, and says, "These and the one I have in my other hand are one of a kind. I would say that it's better to have one arrow in my hand than two, but this arrow that I hold in my hand really hit the mark."
Jesus Christ. I take away an inspiration from the DM.
Trish, by your own volition, you're incriminating yourself. What do you have to say?
Well, like Seraphim has said, the only thing this proves is that I happen to own the same or a similar set of arrows. It doesn't prove that I shot it.
But if you're the only one that has these arrows, who would have shot it?
How do you know that I am the only one who has these arrows?
Well, and also, I don't think it is the obligation of my client to provide you with a better defendant in this case. If you cannot prove it, it's not by lack of our own presentation of witnesses or anything. If one cannot prove Trish to have done it, that's it. She walks away.
Well, it is funny you should ask, because I have another witness to this crime. Please, guard number 1, open the door for our new witness, Miss Irina Koliana.
What the fuck?
Irina moves in, takes place, and says, "Oh yes, I have seen Trish shoot the arrow that killed the former burgomaster."
What the fuck?
Killian! What do you do? I don't know if you're talking, Killian. Oh, you look very still. Bax,
Yes, he does.
what are you doing?
Right now, playing. Oh, sorry, I thought you. I'm asking Killian some assistance. He says he's here.
Right, Killian, what do you do?
I think his feet was frozen.
There he is again.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, now we hear you.
Hello, Killian, what do you do?
Killian, help me. I need help.
Everyone's got really loud all of a sudden. This is annoying. Just 1 minute. There we go. Okay.
What do you do, Killian?
Do I run for door number 1 or door
No,
number
Killian!
2?
Killian, I need your assistance. Help me.
How would you like me to assist you, big man?
I feel like I'm about to keel over.
I'd love to help you there, sir, but as I said before, I used my last spell slot with you, and recently this big man in the skies told me how my healer's kit actually does work, and I've already used one against you before a short rest.
Killian, can we just sit down for like a short while so I can gain my breath?
That's what I was saying. Maybe a long rest and I wouldn't be exhausted
No,
and have full
just-
spells.
No, Killian, just a short rest is fine. Let's just sit down.
I don't know.
Take
I
it
don't know
in.
about you, but I've been listening in to like other conversations going on in the ether, and something tells me that Strahd isn't in the castle at the moment. Maybe he's in some
Gilligan,
faraway
grab him.
land, you know. Maybe in some town somewhere. Maybe he's in Vallaki for all we know.
Killian, grab him and drag him to the couches in the other room here.
Why are you telling him to grab me for?
You have 2 doors that you can bar. Ruku! Ruku! Why would you leave this hallway? Ruku! Ruku!
I'm having a long rest on the sofa.
Killian, Killian.
Because there's a warm fire over there.
Oh,
Let's have a long rest. Let's just have a long rest in
Yes, we'll have a
What's the
long
worst
rest.
that can happen?
we'll have a long rest here, not in the room with the teleporter that someone could just pop in at any moment and kill us.
Okay, I'm going to drag the sofa to the door, even though that I know that Strahd can turn into mist and just go past it.
I'm helping
just
him with the sofa.
I shut the door and just pop myself up against the wall and just very happily
have a-
just. Can I just check out these statues real quick before I just settle down because I'm staying in this room.
Give me a investigation check. DC 1. There, like, after you killed all of the bats that were swarming or nesting in the statue, it's covered in guano, but it's still a regular statue.
Okay. I just pop myself up and just rest.
All right. Killian, you're on this statue, sofa.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this, put my feet up on the table, look at Bjorn and go, "You're on first watch."
No, I'm just gonna play the Song of Rest
Yeah,
here.
No.
It will give you some extra healing ability.
Ah, if only I could cast silence right now.
I whip out my flute and I start.
Put it back in your pants.
I just sit there like that.
And I
Go
play a
on,
very
then.
soothing, calming tune that will gently rock him to sleep. And it's the Song of Rest. So,
Can
how do I drag the thing in the thing?
You don't, because the Song of Rest only applies to a
rest.
short rest.
can I hear him from where I am? Like, would the music reach me? With the door
Yeah.
shut?
It would.
I really want to go and throw that fruit in the fire.
All right. Let me guess, we're taking a long rest.
Yes.
Yeah,
Another
then it
time,
doesn't
Bard,
work.
when we get back to the pub, you can play all your songs you like, because at least then there'll be wine. No, there's no wine. I've just remembered.
I just gonna say, I heard a rumor somebody burned down the orchard.
The orchard, Timmy. There'll be no sign of a summer. How dare we?
All right.
Long rest.
Killian, Bjorn, remember that you try to take a long rest in this room.
Yeah.
Zuck, what are you doing?
Now that the ghost has been dispatched, just want to take another quick peek in the room and just see if like there was anything left behind.
All right. Right there. Sorry, I have 3 maps open at the same time. It's really annoying. Um, the room is otherwise empty.
Alright, I'll just head for the door then.
Right. Sir Klutz is following you. I don't mess with you. You see a door to your north and another door to your southwest.
I go through the one and then
All right. You open this door and you see stairs moving up into a tomb.
to go up.
Sir Klutz follows you to light up this room, and white marble steps ascend to a tomb that has a vaulted ceiling 30 foot overhead. A stillness, a calm amid the storm is felt in this very room. In the center is a tomb. A white marble slab supports a intricate inlaid coffin. Chiseled into the slab is a name. Sergei von Zarovich. What do you do?
I remember this name. What are the statues behind it?
A beautiful carved statue stands in each alcove, a stunning young man flanked by two angels, looking as polished and new as the day they were placed there. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall of the tomb entrance.
I pull the lever.
Give me a strength check.
I give him inspiration so he
Sure.
Yeah, that's right. I'm with advantage, right?
Yeah, give me another strength check.
Well, we need just not drop the 16.
It's pretty rusty. You try to pull it, but it's too rusty to be pulled down.
Okay, then I have another. Since this room is there's only one entrance, and it seems safe enough in here so far. I move in this corner to have a rest, and I have Klutz watch over me as I sleep.
All right. So Klutz stands in front of the door. And well, in that case, Seraphim. Trish. What are you doing?
I want to see how Vasily reacted to Irina entering the room.
Yeah, was he unsurprised by that?
He was very unsurprised by this.
Can I do something like an Arcana check or something to see, like, to sense if there's like illusionary magic going on?
Sure.
$14.
Can I give him inspiration so I can roll again?
Sure.
Nope.
We'll use the 14.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have used that? You haven't, like, it doesn't give any sense of magic whatsoever.
Hmm.
But funny enough, like, you direct your beam and it goes straight through Vasily towards Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Vasily also doesn't show up as any form of illusionary magic.
I had when I checked on him, like in the tavern, I had the same thing if I remember. Like even though he appeared to be, or like he turned out to be Strahd, I couldn't recognize him as being like illusionary magic, right?
No.
No. So he actually transforms or something. Like, would I deduce that vampires or something have the ability to transform shapes? Or faces or identities?
Roll me a history check or nature check with advantage, whichever is highest for you.
It's the same. Advantage. But I'll do the history. Hello? There. 13.
You know that there are vampires that transform. But
We've
you-
seen him do it.
Yeah, but you also know that there are spells that hide any magical aura.
Yeah, you've said that before.
I know.
Like, as a player, I don't really know what that would be, but...
As a player, you don't need to know.
No, exactly. Well, Lady Wachter, I find myself and Trish in a little bit of a pickle. Because you present some proof that is circumstantial, and I'm not even sure if it's applicable. But what worries me is that the moment before Trish allegedly shot, someone else shot first. Trish merely reacted to all of this. And maybe Trish, actually, you know how to present some kind of an image. You said you saw a person do this. Maybe you could conjure that image and present it.
Let me read my spell description before I go into that.
I think you can do that.
No, there were specific limitations on the size.
It's a 5-foot cube, but you can just do his face, basically. And a 5-foot cube is still...
5-foot cube. Yeah, I could. I suppose I could like scale it down. I guess. Yeah, and I will conjure up an image of a man in red robes stabbing an innocent civilian,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, um, wait, can I do
We
sounds along with that image?
yeah.
I think it's either or, right?
Not
Either
sure actually.
sound or its image. I think it's
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's just
yeah,
the
it's
image.
either. Yeah.
So, as you can see, there was something that happened right before the alleged shooting by Trish. And my perception of this is that there was a certain need for chaos in that moment, and people reacted to it. And some people profited even from it. What I'm not certain about is if all of this is happening to help Falaki and its leader, Lord Strahd. What I'm questioning right here is if the descendant of the Burgomaster was so important for the continuation of this town, then why did you give the boy to walk along with us? Then why did you not stop us as we left this town? Why did you not stop us every time we entered this town? Why was no law used until you felt it was needed? That is why I'm questioning your loyalty to Lord Strahd. It seems to be like this session is mostly serving yourself, Lady Wachter. And it scares me. Because this is not what the law is for. It's for the people to protect them. But unlike that, the law seems to be used for one's gain. You're awfully silent
I
all of a
will
sudden.
tell you why this whole
Parade.
court is in session.
court.
But I will tell you next week. Thank you all for a lovely session with a lot
Trying
of
my best, Jeroen.
Thanks for being our DM.
different and split party.
It's intense shit,
fun.
man.
Thank you very much.
Right.
It was very intense. But I know that Joby has to go to bed.
Joby does.
I know.
Thank you, Dad.
You're
Put the
welcome,
little
baby.
boy to sleep.
I shall catch you guys again soon.
Right.
Okay.
Good luck.
Later.
Later.
Later, man.
See you later.
Hey, Mr. DM,
Hey, Mr. Bard.
just a question. The book I picked up last week, how do I put that in the inventory?
I will put it in your inventory for you.
Old, interesting looking religious book that seems well worn.
Might tell you some secrets. It might not.
Yeah, that's why I stuffed it in the backpack. That or toilet paper.
Is it in your inventory right now?
Let me take a look.
Before I cut anything.
That's a no.
Is it in the party sheet?
Only the Scroll of Augury is there, but
Oh yeah.
13 has that.
I will move it from your inventory, Bjorn, to Killian's inventory. And it will
Yeah.
do the sound again.
I just read it in my notes, so I thought,
Right, what's it called again?
It was an old, well-read, worn religious book that looked interesting, but I didn't have the chance to read it because somebody set off a trap of some sort with a very ghastly being.
Alright, no worries. I'll put it in your inventory.
Does the scroll of augury do?
It's in your inventory.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, augury is not like very interesting or anything.
Well, it is if you use it in the right circumstance.
Right? I mean, it's definitely
Yeah,
situational.
yeah.
It is very situational, but it's very good if the situation calls for it.
True enough. Well, thank you for the session, DM.
You're very welcome, Bard.
And I'm honestly impressed with how you're handling the split party.
I am honestly, very honestly, surprising myself.
You're doing well.
Yeah,
Thank you.
doing a very good job of it.
I was going to say there's a lovely twist there with Vasily and Irina.
Right?
Yeah.
Some more questions as well, you know?
Yeah.
I love it that every turn has more questions for you guys.
Right?
Right.
It's almost as if I imagined everything beforehand.
One could say.
Very good at manipulating people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, it is fun seeing them very, very, very worried sometimes.
Ah, well. Thank you all for a lovely session, and I will stop the recording right now.